Well, howdy, and welcome back here for another episode of Osada as we are getting ready to do some more harvesting, and for that, we're going to need the New Holland as well as our header trailer. So the plan for this episode is we're going to start by harvesting our other barley field, and then those two contracts I keep mentioning the last couple episodes, we're going to knock those out as well. In addition to that, I also want to get that grass field out there in front of us also mowed, and we're going to need to TED and windrow it up and bell it up and everything, so we have a lot to get done here. We're going to start with getting this hooked up to our trailer here. If I can get this lined up, I think I can still do this. Yeah, there we go. So let me get this taken out to the field we're going to start off with and get the harvester all set up and get started on our barley field. All right, we got everything set up and ready to go here. So we're going to start here on this corner, and I will admit this is a little bit of a tricky, but thankfully, with this field over here on the right, the sorghum, once we harvest that, and it just destroy a little bit there, but that's okay. But the plan is once we harvest that sorghum, and we're going to combine that with this field here, so next harvest season, it will be a whole lot easier. But let me get the headlands here knocked out on this field, and then we'll start the up and downs and get it all finished up so we can move on to the two contracts we have on those other two fields. Sometimes you hear people say fields are deceptively large. This one, I gotta say, is deceptively small. It looked bigger, but it's actually a very small field. We're basically just about done here. I mean, I did the up and down on each side and the highlands, and then there's basically only 3 passes in the middle. So yeah, actually a very small field. So let me just finish this up here, and then we'll get our this barley delivered to our silo, and then we will move on to the two contracts. Well, we ended up with just a little over 5,000 liters, which is not bad. I mean, it's a small field, so I'm happy with that. That's 5,000 more liters of barley we didn't have, and that does help start offsetting the cost, the purchase price. So I count it as a win. So let's get this header put on the trailer and head over to the other fields because we still have 2 more fields to harvest. Before we start the contracts though, I do want to take a moment here and just quickly bale up our straw so that we're ready to go, because my plan is we'll bale this up, we'll leave the bales out here on the field until we're ready to collect also the hay bales from mowing the grass field. So let's get this kicked out real quick, and then we'll get started on those 2 contracts. And we're over here at the first field we're going to start on, which we have done a contract on this field before, and I do remember being a little bit of a challenge, but I think this time we're going to start by going in a straight line, and we'll come back and do the section on the left, just kind of make that like our kind of part of our establishing headlands process, which should make this pretty easy to do. This is actually a little bit of a large field, which is kind of nice. However, our second field that we're going to be doing is this field over here on the left, and that one is a pretty small field. It's just a long, narrow strip field, so that one should be able to knock out really fast. So let me get these headlands here established, and then we will get both of these fields done. Well, good news, bad news is, well, the good news is headlands are done, and we're making good progress here, and we're already 70% full from this field, and I think we actually might get a full harvester and maybe a full trailer from this. I don't know. Bad news, look down at the bottom right there. I kind of forgot to refuel the gas on this thing. So somewhere along the way here, we're going to have to make a pit stop and get refueled, because I don't think we have enough fuel to finish this field and the other field. I mean, we might, but why risk it? Why risk it? So let me continue on with here. I think what I'll do is once I get a full harvester, we will take a break and head over, get refueled, and yeah. So we are just over 13,000 liters, and there's still a little bit left to harvest, but I didn't want to go down, start the next up and down row, because I think there may not have been enough room in that harvester to go up and down again. So we're going to empty there, but while we're doing this, we're going to take the John Deere over here, get hooked up to the mower and the tedder. We're going to head out to the grass field and get started on that. My plan for that is we're going to do a worker on that field. I'll hire out someone to do that for us. But before I do that though, I am going to establish the headlands, just so we can make sure the worker doesn't make any mistakes or anything like that. So we'll get that established, and then once that is done, the workers go in on the up and downs. We'll come back over, get the harvester refueled up, and continue on with those contracts. Well, I am being overly cautious here. Cautious? Can't talk either. just because we're used to base game workers, so I need to make everything squared off. So we got a worker going on that grass field, and as you can see, I got this refueled up here, and so we are ready to go. So let me finish getting this field all harvested, and then we're gonna move on to the next field after we get all of the barley delivered for this contract. All right, so the contract I think is just a little over 15,000 liters, but I think this trailer only holds 15,000. So we're gonna still have some left over in the harvester here. Yep, it is 15,000, and there is still some in the harvester, so we will have to get that. Now let's see, it's 15,400 liters, and we need to deliver this to the mill trans. Where that is that? Where is it? Somewhere up here. Ah, there it is. Okay, right next to the grain mill. So let's get this delivered up there, and that won't quite complete the contract, but we still have more to get out of the harvester. So once we come back to do that, we will be able to complete that contract. Sadly, it will take 2 trips though. And here we are at the delivery point here. So let's go ahead, pull up, and get this unloaded. And I like the animation on this trailer. Those little things are swinging back and forth as you're raising and lowering it. So cool, so cool. That's contract on field 10 finished. Okay, so I guess that was close enough. I thought it said 15,400. We only had 15,000. Okay, well, I ain't complaining. That's one contract done. All right, let's find out how much we had left over, kind of the bonus for this field. And all right, just a little over 2,479 liters extra. Well, that's a nice little bonus. Not bad, not bad. So let's hop in the harvester and get started on the other field. And just like the other fields, we're going to start here with the headlands. And this field, it's pretty narrow, but it is a little bit long. So I actually have no idea how much we're going to get from it. But oh, there's a little tree bush there. Why is it not stopping? Oh, because I accidentally hired a worker. My bad, my bad. All right. I'm having trouble with buttons. All right, let's continue on with this and get the headlands all established on this and knock this field out. And we ended up with just a little over 6,900 liters. So we'll go ahead and dump this in here, and then we're going to do a delivery for getting this contract fulfilled. And we'll probably end up with a little bit of extra money from, well, the extra barley from the first contract. I don't think that small field is going to give us anything. So let's get this header trailer, the header put on the trailer, and then we're going to go, whoa, wait for me. I'm coming through. Let's get this dropped off onto the trailer, and then we will get our barley delivered so we can complete the contract. All right, time for a moment of truth here to find out if we made any extra. I think we did, and however, I am not expecting a whole lot of extra money though, because they were not big fields. All right, so we ended up with an extra $2,500, almost 2,600. That is not bad. That's actually really good. I'm happy with that. Definitely happy with that. All right, so let's head back over to the farm. But before we do that, let's actually collect on our contracts before I forget. So let's head down here, and so this one's gonna pay us. So we got these two right here. So 600. Oh, so we actually, yeah, we made more from the extra than we did from the contracts, which I think is actually kind of how it's supposed to be with base game and all that. So we definitely got it adjusted correctly, which is good. We're about lined up with where it should be. But let's head back over here to the farm and check on the see how the worker did with the grass field. Just arriving back over here at the farm, and it looks like the worker did okay, sort of okay. Okay, so they missed a few spots, quite a few spots actually. Yeah, so less than okay. I mean, they got the up and downs, but I squared everything off perfectly, so yeah, I had no excuse. I really can't wait for the the PFS 25 because the worker looks so much better. So much better. So super excited about that. But we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. I'm going to take this back over, get the trailer parked, and then I'll come back out here and finish mowing up all the spots the workers missed. But I want to thank you for watching and hope you have been enjoying this series and this episode. If you have, be sure and hit that like button. And also, if you have not already, be sure and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified of future episodes. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful day and hope to catch you in the next video.